you paid for, all the skip turns that you saved for, all the nights you fell asleep without your gun. A coronation, a beheading, from the funeral to the wedding. Do you think they care where the crown goes? Show the crowd you're happy, like a movie, like a movie. What's your story? What's the refund policy? We want violence, we want blood, we want superhero love, we want all the answers that you promised us. We want laughter, we want pain, everyone will know our name. Did you know that no two missteps are the same? Ooh.
Good morning. How we all doing today? Oh, that's so shiny. That's what I get for having to set up an extra light and not really thinking about it that much, probably. It's also kind of dark. Oh, I know what I forgot to bring out here, my iPad, so that I could actually see what the stream looks like for you guys. You guys get to listen to me wander around and try to find it. I do actually know where it is. It's just a matter of snagging it. Because I am a goblin creature and nothing I own is organized ever. Okay. Because sometimes it looks really dark on my screen, but it doesn't actually look too dark if I check the actual feed. So, let's see here. I did not update the to-do post-it. I am so bad at remembering to do that. Let's see. Yeah, that looks a little dark. It's a kind of cloudy, dark day today, so let me mess with this a little bit. It's also blurry. What happens if I do that? Not gonna fix anything? I don't think so. I may need to adjust the camera arm. That's a little closer to the right color. Let's see here. And I feel like it's out of focus a little bit. Let's see. Hi, how's it going? That's my hand. Let's see if I do autofocus, is it gonna readjust? That's better. Sorry, I could have done this before I started up, but it was 10 o'clock and then all of a sudden it was 10:23. I don't know what happened. There's like this weird liminal space where I'm like, it's not time to start getting ready yet. Because if I do, I'll just want to go live super early. Let's see. I think that's better. Hi, Grim. What was I just doing? I'm a mess. Whoa. Well, see, there is an escape though. I could just stop streaming Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna do a subtle self promo on my own stream, so I guess that's kind of what this is about. Oh, I was gonna turn off autofocus. That's what I was doing before I forgot. And let's see if that changes where it's at. Hey stars, how's it going? So I, as you can see here, have some stickers to show you. So the thing nice about myself is I'm really pleased with how I did the staging for these. So these are gonna be, these are like Fako planner pages that I did to take photos of to show the stickers. And I'm really pleased with how these turned out. I think it does a good job of showing the stickers and will look cute. So I'm pleased that I did this. And now I will hydrate and do a stretchy. Yeah, the cats are, I think, are interesting. I don't know if they're going to sell well, but I really like the concept. So we have weird work today. It's kind of like in-betweeny prep work because I haven't had a chance to do that this week. I'm changing this. That's the next thing I'm going to do. One day I'm going to like actually start up for one of these morning streams and be properly prepared. It's not today. But oh gosh, my computer is so slow. Okay, Watercolor Roses, and I'm just gonna call it CIF prep, and we can talk about what CIF means. Does that look okay? The roses kind of goes off the edge of the screen, doesn't it? Okay. Up, 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 up. That's better. Okay, that's good. Done. Okay, so numero uno, new stickers. So I got the cat as a single sticker on its own, and this is the one from the sheet. So they're different sizes. They're both clear, surrounding it, so you can stick it wherever and have it look like it's hanging on your little tape or whatever. So here's I have too many tiny little things today. There's my last dream journal. I announced that starting this week. If you like this one, there's prints available. The original's still available too. You could buy it. It could be yours. It's got metallic on it, so it looks nice in the light. So yeah, stickers. I did just finish packing all the single stickers yesterday. My sticker company was like way too nice to me and sent me some extra. So it took me a lot longer to pack than I was expecting. Plus my back has been acting up all week, which is why I didn't do a stream on Tuesday. I'm feeling a little bit better, but this one might be a short one depending on how mad my hips get at me. We'll see. So yeah, new stickers, new stickers, new stickers. And then we've got the 2 sheets. So we have the sewing sheet and the Halloween sheet. And these should be listed probably on Monday, this coming Monday. I just need to write the listings for them. Everything else is done. So I've already taken all the photos and stuff. I just need to stick them up for sale in my shop. Most of these have clear surrounding instead of just like glossy white. The only ones with like the white border would still be there are the work song one and the little bird scissors. Everything else has some level of clear to it. This guy's little. He's so little. Look at him. This one is $3. All the other singles are $5, and then the sheets are going to be $9 each. So yeah, exciting new things coming soon. I also got a PO box yesterday, which means that I'm going to be able to do a sticker giveaway without worrying about my personal safety. So that's good too. Because I did make the Halloween sheet a coloring page as well, with just like the line art. I thought ahead for once in my life and scanned that before I painted it and then cleaned that up. So I'm probably my thought is that I'm going to do like a coloring contest for sticker giveaways. And not like a contest like I'll pick whoever's coloring I like best, just like that's how you make an entry is doing the coloring sheet. Just because I think that's cool and I can offer that coloring sheet for free and it'll be fun. So I do think that I need to adjust the camera arm because it looks to me like everything is just slightly out of focus. So hold on to yourself because I'm going to move you a little bit. Here we go. Let's see how this works. Is that better? This camera arm is so much nicer and so much easier to adjust things. Thank you again, Aster Kitty. I don't know if you're here or not, but I appreciate you. Now, it still feels out of focus. I'm gonna have to futz with this. Maybe I'm just crazy. Well, I mean, I am crazy, but maybe I'm being crazy about this in particular. Let's see. Let's make it really out of focus. Then bump it back and see. Is that better? I think that's a little better, maybe. Is that even better? Yeah, it might also just be because it's a really low light day and I only have the one light. That might be part of it too. Also, my laptop is overtaxed, which will affect the quality that it'll put out. I still think that's off. Maybe we're doing autofocus today because that seemed to work better. I don't enjoy doing autofocus because it means it will latch on to various things, but I don't know, it's still, even with autofocus, it still looks a little grainy to me. Yeah, that's fair, Stars. I do try to leave it. I'm not broadcasting at the highest quality specifically for that. And I did not check to see if we have quality options today. I'm guessing we do if you're saying that you're at bad quality though. Let's see. Yes, we do. Excellent. I don't know. I give too many fucks sometimes. It's an issue that I have. So is that like actually vaguely in focus now, or is it still icky? Because it still looks kind of icky to me. Yeah. It may just be the lighting situation is really bad. I do need to get better lighting. Or maybe I've done something weird with the video settings. I don't know. Because I guess I didn't really look at the VOD from last time. Yeah, that's fair. To see how that went. Maybe I'm gonna mess with it more. So if I do that, what happens? If it will listen to me. Are you gonna change anything? I don't really think so. don't know. I mean, to be clear, this web camera is also kind of a piece of shit. Just for the record. But it shouldn't be for how much I paid for it, just to be clear. But it is not a high-end quality thing. I think that once I get the studio space set up, I can actually use one of my DSLRs, which is going to help. I don't think that actually changed anything. There we go, that changed something. Yeah, that may be as good as it's getting. It may just be that my laptop is having a time and so it's not taking the input correctly. In addition to everything else. But I probably should just stop messing with that. Yeah, that's a whole mood, Grim. Okay. Anyway, stickers. So this one is cool and has the clear background, and then we've got a bunch of stuff from the Halloween sticker sheet there, which I'm calling Spooky Ghoul sheet. The sewing one is called So Busy, which there's some from here. And the difference between the sheet with the frosted effect and then the plain glossy. Yeah, don't you miss when you like got to have nap time and then they just feed you graham crackers and juice? It was great. It was great. Okay. Thing and stuff. My brain is just not online today. Okay. So I have two different kinds of paper to do the watercolor roses on. My plan is to make them circular stickers to use for closing envelopes and stuff like that. And I had a piece of paper in a different fiber content than what I have been using because I cut a full sheet in half to do a different project on, which you don't get to see yet. Soon though, and that one I really liked how it turned out, so it's probably going to be prints too because it's super cute. So I thought I might play around and see what I thought about painting on this because this is cotton paper versus the regular watercolor paper. So drawing a bunch of circles on this so that I know how big to make the roses is our next step. We are also going to be drawing more circles to work on prepping my new long-term project, which is called Color in Focus. And if my computer ever sends that through, thank you. There's the link for my Patreon page where I first have explained like my goals and where I want to go with this project. But for today, we're just working on doing some prep cards for this. So the idea is to have one color focus per month that my Patreons get to vote on. So I'm going to make a bunch of these cards, shuffle them, and then pull 4 at the beginning of the month and let my Patreons pick what color they want me to focus on for the month from those 4. So doing some prep work is definitely involved here. I could put it off and do it once a month, but I think getting a bunch of those done early is going to be better for my brain. And I have done some color matching across stuff, so I do have some like set that I just need to make look pretty. So really we're just planning out the lines and stuff on the cards so that I can get those set. Because this is going to be starting in October, which maybe was not the smartest choice for me. But here we go. So we're drawing a lot of circles today, I guess is what I was trying to go for there. And I put the stencil away from me. Come here, please. I'm still really not used to the new camera arm, which is fine. But I have a stencil. Look at that. It's going to make life easier. I also have a ruler around here somewhere in the world. I'm not organized today. I don't know if you can tell. But I do want to decide what size I'm doing is another thing for the roses. So my plan is to trace the circle out in pencil. Oh, there's a crack in this. When did that happen? Whoops. Trace out the circles so that I know the vague amount of size to make the roses so that they're all similar. Because I want the stickers to be ones that you would put like on the back of a greeting card envelope to keep the flap closed. And then also use those for my sticker grab bags, because I got some little paper bags to stick the stickers into for the grab bag option that's in my shop. So that even I don't know what sticker you're getting, and it can be completely random. Because I'm hoping to do in-person stuff, so having a grab bag system set up for that is going to be really helpful. Where the frick-frack did I put that ruler? I don't know. I know I brought it out here. I just have too many things all the time. Not there, not there. I also am realizing that I didn't put... Maybe I didn't bring it out here. That's fine. I thought I did. I didn't put my phone in streamer mode either. Can you tell that I'm just like not even remotely put together today? I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm still wearing my pajama shorts. I did not put on real pants today because fuck that. In the nicest terms possible, it was literally right behind me. Okay. Okay. Your girl is not having it today. Ugh, that was my back. Okay, sticker sizes. That's the next thing. I think I'm going to start with the cotton paper and see how that goes, just because I'm curious how it's going to react to the watercolor. And if these turn out kind of funny, it's fine. And I can just move on with my life and do something else. Agreed, stars. Generally speaking, if somebody would argue that what I'm wearing doesn't count as real pants, I'm comfy and happy. Leggings, hell yes. Jeans, I'll wear them, but no thanks. I also do skirts a lot. And people are like, wow, you put so much effort into how you look so nice. No. It's just easier to get on if you don't have to deal with pant holes, you know? Like the leg holes in a skirt is just one and it's huge. Hey, Artemis! Oh yeah, that's also fair. Everybody calls me Tundra, it's fine. It used to be that people would focus on Katie, but both I and Sky definitely went hard on the Tundra route. I own 3 pairs of jeans. They're ancient and still in basically new condition because I wear them so infrequently. I was deciding what size I want to do. I think maybe this size is good. I should also tape this paper down, which is why I brought out tape. I ended up using a lot of this roll. I still have a new still shrink wrapped roll sitting around, but I used a lot of this for sticker packing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm fine with Tundra. I respond to it. I might even, like, if somebody yelled Tundra at me out in the wild, I would probably be more likely to respond. Just because Katie is like a super common name. So if somebody is shouting Katie in public, chances are they don't actually mean me. Have a good lurk. Taping this down. My brain really is just not coming online. It's going to be one of those days where everything I do has to be an active decision. I can tell already. Which gets exhausting. Fun facts. My week just feels super thrown off. I don't know. The past couple weeks, my usual schedule stuff has been kind of all over the place because people have lives, which is like my schedule should come first. What are y'all doing? To be clear, I'm 100% kidding. I'm a very schedule-oriented person. So like if something is supposed to happen and then it doesn't happen, even if it frees up more time, my brain's like, well, no, this is all ruined forever and you aren't allowed to do anything. We need to stay on waiting mode for something that's not going to happen. Okay. So I could do bigger and then shrink them down, which would also be fine. I'm going to be able to fit so many on this that we're going to get to play around with color a fair amount. I do also have a two new colors, watercolor colors that I got. Let's just get one of these down. Do I want to do that one or do I want to do that one? That's the next question. I could do that one. We could go huge. Let's go big. Why not? That one is, this is where I really need to remember to buy a smaller ruler. This 18-inch guy is not being super helpful. I think that I'm not actually going to measure lines, and I'm just going to do this. Because honestly, it's just going to be a sticker sheet. It doesn't need to be super carefully planned out. It can just look funny. That's fine. It's also finally gotten cold here. Like, the leaves are yellow already, and every place else is still burning. How many can I fit across? Let's discover. Guessing 4. Yeah, so that's gonna look funny, but that's fine. Okay. Probably should lighten up this pencil once I get these down. Oy. I finished the story of the Pokemon DLC last night. I won't say anything because I know at least one of the people who sometimes lurks here hasn't played through it yet. But I have opinions about the people in it, which, judging from the other people I've talked to, are not hot takes. They're lukewarm takes because everybody agrees. But I I haven't been playing very much Pokemon. Lately, I've really been focusing on indie games more. Partially because the new Pokemon games give me really bad headaches because of the lighting issues with it. So like the Terra lighting and the other stuff just gives me a super bad headache if I play for more than like an hour at a time. And I had been playing other things that don't have that, right? So I forgot how bad it was and started playing the DLC in the dark while I was like winding down for bed. And let me tell you, that was a bad life choice. The first night, I forgot how bad it actually was for me. Like the thing where a lot of spots that are like half in shadow and half not in shadow, the coding makes it like flicker because I'm not sure exactly. I'm not smart enough to know, but it'll like flicker in and out of shadow really drastically. That hurts my eyeballs. The Terra lighting too. So I ended up, when I'm playing it and there's like anything to do with Terra, I tilt the Switch screen away from me because I'm always playing in handheld. So I played like maybe a half hour with my Switch tilted like this so I could only kind of see what was going on. Just like, I want to finish this. I want to know what's going on, but I would also like to not have a migraine while I also am having issues with my back and hips. Like, I think I'm in enough pain. I don't need to add to that. But it definitely confirmed for me that this is the last Pokemon game I'm putting any money into. The new direction they're headed, which is totally fine, just to be clear. I'm not gonna like pull out a pitchfork or anything. But the new direction they're going in with the more open world games is not something I particularly enjoy. The thing where you have to pay attention constantly or you're gonna get ganked by a Shinx or whatever is not my idea of a fun time. So I will focus on other games that don't require that. But then on top of it, the lighting thing is just like, if this is the level of polish that I can expect from Pokemon games coming out in the future, I'm just not interested in spending money on it. Especially so much money. Because I mean, they aren't cheap games. And game costs keep going up and up. Which, to be clear, I do think that game people should be paid properly. And also actually have time to be with their families and stuff, which the crunch schedule that Nintendo has been pushing lately, not great. But I think Pokemon is no longer for me, which is fine. There's plenty of other things in the world that I can do. Just a little sad. Because the reason I got into Pokemon was my best friend John, who passed away like a year and a half ago at this point, I guess. And he passed away before the new games came out. So having that, like both losing my best friend and losing one of the things that he introduced me to was a rough moment and continues to be a bit rough if I think about it too hard, but such is life. Okay, where did I put my palette? There it is. Again, organization, don't know her today. Okay. Which paintbrush do I want to use? That's another question. I probably want something pretty small. Maybe you. And we start with an even smaller one like you. Okay. What color do I want to start with? Maybe pink. Let's do pink. A nice bright color. Not a huge pink fan, but it's a good color. Like, I'm not gonna be wearing a lot of pink. I have some pink in my life, not a lot though. just because when I was born, get ready for some Katie lore. I was the first female baby born in the family on my side, so everybody was like obsessed and bought me so much pink stuff. So I kind of got over that real fast. Because at a certain point, if something isn't your choice, it's not a fun time. I think my cousin would have done better with all the pink, really. She did get some when she was born, but she's 4 years younger than me, so. Which is wild. She's a better adult than I am by like a considerable margin. She does proper adulty things and has like a career and is super fancy and cool. And I'm just over here like, I ate a lot of Milanos last night. That's my greatest achievement this week.
Gray on my face and spurs on my tongue, and I could be anyone. Large as a lion stalking his lover, small as the dying sun. Don't tell them what you would do in their feast full of flowers and fire for heavy. First of fumbles, but he wouldn't care. Fake human face trapped inside.
Trying to think about anything else interesting I did this week. Really, most of it has just been spent packing stickers. So many stickers. All the single stickers are done. I just have a few more backings I need to print for the sheets. But my printer was throwing a hissy fit the other day, and I just did not have the patience to deal with it. So I just let it sit for a while. Sometimes our printer decides that it really doesn't want to be connected to the Wi-Fi, and it's a pain in my butt. I don't know. Do I want to just do these vaguely in order of the palette? I want a selection of different colors just because, I guess just because I could end the sentence there, but options is always good, and I like colorful things. I could probably do backgrounds on these too, but I don't think I need to really. Because I think I probably, which is going to be a pain in my butt, but I think I probably want to do frosted so that the color of the envelope shows through. And tracing around each of these individual petals is going to be a pain in the butt, but I think it will be worth it for the end product. So I think that'll look really nice for a greeting card. Little seal. Or just thank you stickers. I do still need to make a logo. I haven't come up with like a great brainwave of what would be good for that. sometimes I think I do like making logos, and I make logos for other people just fine. But for some reason, making your own is like a completely different ballpark. I don't know. It's easier to see what, if somebody doesn't have like quote unquote an established brand, it's easier to see the patterns from the outside, for sure, so that you can get the right vibe. But part of the issue for me is that I want to get an embossing stamp and maybe a wax letter seal stamp to do, so that limits what exactly I could do for a recognizable logo. But I think something to do with snowflakes is probably the right answer. Although if I ever move away from Alaska, I'm gonna feel weird still being tundra, you know? Which, I don't know, the way this state is going, I don't know how much I want to stay here. But that's kind of true of the whole country, so. Also, just moving all my crap sounds really unpleasant. Because I definitely have too much stuff. Who doesn't, though? Especially as like an artist, it's so easy to just collect a million different things and be like, well, maybe someday I'll use this. Because I'm pretty sure I know even where a manila folder full of little paper scraps is in my house that I've saved since I was in high school. So I was like, oh, these make great collage stuff. And I know the last time I actually made a collage a million years ago. Although maybe with the new Color and Focus project, I will do more of that. Once I get the studio set up, I think it'll help just to have all of my artsy stuff in one place so that I can see it. Because generally speaking, if I don't see something, it no longer exists. So I will forget to use things. But I'm hoping to do more mixed medium stuff with the Color and Focus project, which is part of the point of the little cards that I will be hopefully setting up after we finish this sheet of roses. I do think this paper is working really nice with the watercolor. I think I like this better than their hot press, and it's got the same kind of flat texture, which works a lot better for typography. So that's nice. I may switch over to this. Although I probably should look at the pricing before I decide which one I really like better. These papers are not cheap. I got a huge set of, they aren't sample blocks really, but it's a sample set of proper art paper blocks of all of the papers from this company because I wanted to play around and find which papers I liked best, and that was a gift, so I didn't really need to worry so much about what the cost was. Because they do also sell, this is Legion paper, by the way, I guess I should say that. Because they also do smaller block sample sets that you can get that are like 3x5 or something. That's not the right color. What am I doing? Which are still kind of expensive. This paper is not cheap, but it is good paper, and it's definitely better than what I was using. So definitely sold on this. I really should go spend some time at the local art store and poke around, see what stuff they carry, because not paying for shipping would definitely make a big difference. I feel like that one's like a little crooked. I think I need another petal right here. That's a little better. So rainy today. We're supposed to get our roof done at some point. They said that they probably would start this week, but I'm guessing at this point they aren't going to start this week. So streams may be a little touch and go, depending on how soon people are hammering the roof. Because I'm just guessing that that would not make for good stream sound quality. I'm betting that because I am so weird about extraneous sound, I will not be having a fun time. It is important. I don't blame the roof people for making a lot of noise to fix my house, but I'm not good with a lot of extra noise that I can't control. Which we can add another slot to the neurodivergent bingo board for that one. It's like when people are doing a bunch of lawn work in the neighborhood, I am losing my mind. I hate that sound. I also hate bathroom fans. That one hurts my brain. It feels like sandpaper. I don't know. I've always lived in a very quiet house too. Like my family is not big noise people.
I'd like to return to the classics.
So like I always have the TV at like a super low volume in comparison to how other people listen to it, just because that's how we are. We never made a bunch of noise. I do definitely when I get excited I talk super loud. But generally speaking, my acceptable noise levels are way lower than what the world thinks they should be. Oh, my foot's asleep already. Hooey. I think I'm just gonna do the colors that are in my palette and then move on to other things. I do want to try my two new colors. I Can Speak, if I can find them in the mess that is my existence. Ooh, rearranging myself. My back is feeling better today, but it's still a little bit sore. I think I've been having something going on with my sacroiliac joint, where your pelvis meets your back, and it has been driving me bonkers. So it'll just randomly act up really bad. And I'm not entirely sure what's going on, but I know that I'm not having fun with it. Which I should just suck it up and go get it checked out. And even though I can't really afford it. I do have state insurance, so that's something, but like it's been gutted so much in the past few years. And I really don't need more medical debt in my life. But I also don't need to be dealing with this back bullshit either. It may partially be because I lean so much when I'm streaming too. Just because this setup isn't ergonomic, we'll put it that way. But did I tell you guys? I think I told you last week that contractor that we had out to look at another issue in the house checked the studio room with the water damage that I found, and I did everything right, and it's really not that bad. We probably don't even need to replace the drywall. The studs in the wall are fine. So we just need to keep it clean and fix the issue that caused it in the first place, which is not an in that room issue. Which means I can continue cleaning that up without any concerns. We'll want to wait until we get that other issue fixed to replace the flooring. But overall, not too bad. So that's good. I can live on a concrete floor for a while. That's not that bad. I mean, it will get really cold in winter, but I also have an area rug sitting around that I can use for that. So it will mean that I need to make it so that when I construct the desk that I have, I will need to remember that I need to unconstruct it at some point to move it out of the room to replace the flooring. But all things considered, not that bad. We'll see about if the roofers have time to actually do our roof this summer. We ended up pushing it back a fair amount because we needed to check some structural stuff. And my brother was gone for most of the summer, helping my dad out with stuff, so he's the point person for house stuff, because I am a little gremlin creature who should not be given power over anything. Let's see, what other interesting things do I have to say? I mean, nothing. I don't think any of this is particularly interesting, but I will keep talking and you can't stop me. Oh, one of the people we rated a little bit ago that I mentioned was trying to get affiliate, did get affiliate. They're just working on, well, he's just working on reading through the paperwork and everything. So, oh my gosh, Grim, how could you? How could you? You've heard me talk about worse than this. If this was the limit for you, I'd be impressed, honestly. But we did help him get affiliate, so that's really good. Dado Rogue. And I've been watching him play Baldur's Gate 3. But he's doing the Dark Urges playthrough, which I'm finding very fun and interesting, because I am a precious little cinnamon roll of a person and I could never do the evil things. But telling somebody else to do the evil things apparently bypasses that guilt product in my brain. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't know how my brain works, and neither does anybody else. But, oop, I'm tugging on things. Sorry, that made the light flicker when I wasn't expecting it. Can you stay put, please? Thank you. I hit a chord. I won't give any spoilers for it, but it's been fun to watch. He has other playthroughs going, so we ran into something that he hadn't heard before last time. He does Tuesdays, Wednesdays. I should give him a shout out. Oh, I also forgot to make another command that I meant to. I made the color and focus command, and then I forgot another one I was going to add. Am I going to remember if I don't write it down? Am I going to remember if I do write it down? I think I am an enabler. It's true. I don't know. Even when I was playing like Fable, where you can eat the like raw eat baby chicks, I couldn't even do that without feeling incredibly guilty. Although I did do that because it grossed my mom out while she was watching me play, because it makes really big crunching sounds when you eat them. I already forgot what I was saying. Oh, that other command. That's what I'm thinking. I can't do that now because if I try to do something else with my laptop, she will quit. She will run away from me. Which, fair. I'm kind of abusing her at this point. She's having a rough time. But there's another streamer that I want to add to my special commands for shoutouts. Because I've been spending a lot of time over there. And I was going to give a shout out to Dable, if I can remember how to spell it. Which is another issue altogether. I think that I can manage that though, probably. Yeah. This year, I say this year, it's been more than a year. The world has been a nightmare zone for like 4 years. I think I just want to do that one. I think. Is that right? I think I spelled that right. We're gonna find out. Yes. Yeah, everything is on fire. We're just kind of ignoring a gigantic virus that could kill us all. Or, you know. That tracks with what I know about you, Grim. I haven't really seen enough of the characters to think about who I would romance given the option, because that's just not the kind of game I'm gonna play. I'm not great with big action games. I like little puzzle games and things like that, but that again, that doesn't surprise me, Grim, honestly. But I saw a scene with that in another tiefling or a demon. I'm not sure. I don't always know what's going on 100%, if I'm being honest. Because I have missed some a bit. But really not doing great at getting the center in the center, which is fine. Rose's centers aren't always in the center either, so. But there was some other demon that showed up and was talking about Karlach, and I was like, oh, this is a storyline Grimm wants to hang out in. I can see that right off the bat. And really, that game just looked and went, I'm gonna give the monster fuckers everything they wanted. As far as I can tell, that was the whole purpose of the game. Yeah, Grim, that one. I don't remember names or anything, and I probably should keep it vague just so that I'm not spoiling things for people. It's fun to watch though. There's so much content in that game that I could probably watch like 100 different people play through it and still not see everything. You can also just straight up fuck a bear, right? Like, that was one of the big draws of the game in the first place. I say big draws. That was one of the big memes, at least. I'm sure it's a draw for some people. I don't know that I want to fuck an actual bear. I live where bears are. And they smell. I'm sorry. They really do. They're stinky. I don't really feel like getting down with that. Yeah, I think Druid Wild Shape is an interesting moral question. I just got an alert. Was it anything important? My order is out for delivery. That is important. I got a new planner from a place that I've ordered from before because they let you customize stuff. And it's not, like, it is expensive, but it's not that expensive for what they're offering. But I'm really excited because I got one specifically to do the art business goals and stuff and tracking, because mixing it in with my personal journal is like breaking my brain. I need to separate this a little bit more because I need to start tracking how much time I'm actually spending on stuff so that I can see what my hourly wage is and stuff like that, because I want to actually do the do with this, for lack of a better term. Yeah, I love packages. Package. It's great. The serotonin of having a little treat arrive at your door is unmatched, which is why DoorDash is so dangerous for me, because I will spend way too much money on a little beverage treat. This is the thing about me. Do not trust me to order Starbucks to my door. Don't. There was a solid month where Greg was gone. And I ordered Starbucks every Sunday for lunch, and that was not a good choice for my bank account. It was delicious, but maybe not the best choice I've ever made. But I spent like over $100 in a month on little beverage treats, and we can't do that again. Bad idea. I've been better with money lately though, because I realized that I was being like bonkers about it. Which is part of why I got to afford a P.O. box this week. Yay! If anybody cares about the P.O. box address to like send me stuff, we can set that up too. I can set up a command or something that says what it is, but I didn't want to ship stuff out from my home address, which I have been doing, and it's probably not a safe choice, but for the most part I've been sending to people I know, so not a big deal there. But if I'm trying to do this for realsies, I should not be doing that from my home address. But yeah, if people, maybe, you know what we could do? We could set it up so that there was a channel point redeem for me to send you a fancy letter. Would that be of interest to people? Because I have like a lot of stationery. I have a stationery problem, and the problem is that I don't use enough of it. I also bought cool stamps while I was at the post office yesterday. Was that really yesterday? Wild. What's time? But we could do a thing where I send you like a nice little letter or something. Yeah. Yay, package. Because I do like sending letters. And I enjoy fancy stationery. But if that's something people are interested in, I will figure that out. Oh, at least she mailed one, you know. Did you remember to wish her happy birthday? Because it's her birthday this month, right? It was, I won't say the date in case she doesn't want anybody else to know, but it was earlier in the month, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought so. I didn't put it on my written calendar, but it's still in my phone calendar. I don't have as many September birthdays. I have so many August birthdays. Yeah, I have sealing wax too. And I've been, for the packages for my patrons when they order art from me, I've been doing those. I have there's some packing. How do I sentence? My brain started like 4 different sentences and could not pick one. I've been using the wax letter seals for original art that I've been sending to my patrons, and there are videos of those on my social media. That's what I was trying to say. So if you wanted to see what I've been doing with those, you could check out my YouTube, which I think is that. Do I have your birthday stars? I don't know that I do. I don't. You should tell me. I will add it to my ever-growing list. You can DM it to me if you don't want to say it in chat too, just for the record. Or you could just straight up not tell me if you didn't want to. That's also allowed. I'm just like weird about birthdays. Because I think birthdays are important. Last Monday, I missed it. No. Okay, well, it's in there now. And I want you to repeat every year, please. Thank you. There. All right. Oh, I would love to hear it, Grim. Wait, last Monday or this Monday, stars, just to clarify. Like the most previous Monday or the Monday before that? Why'd you troll your mom? That's not the brush I meant to use. Where did I put that other one? It's going to be behind here, isn't it? Yep. Yep, yep. Well, yeah, you have me there, Grim. Okay, just making sure that I put it in there right. Oh, that's funny, Grim. That is pretty funny. Okay. Focus. Who's that? How many? I can probably math, maybe. So it's 7 by 4. Okay. Cool, cool. It is in my calendar now. We do have I's birthday near the end of this month, which he has been saying on stream, so I don't feel bad saying that out loud. I need to put more sap green in this palette. I've been using it a lot. I need to get a different green on this palette, I'm realizing. Sap green is nice, but it's not the best mixer. Well, I will help you be more positive about it because I will make it such a huge deal. I love birthdays. I don't know. It's just like, hey, I'm going to celebrate you existing because I think you're cool. Although, to be fair, the older I get, the more weird I feel about my birthday, too. This year's was not the most fun time I've ever had. Like, it was a fine birthday and everything. I had a good day, but it's the first one since my mom passed away, so that was kind of weird. Well, too bad, Grim. I'm going to celebrate you existing and you're going to have to deal with it. Which you should know by now. Come on, get it together. Although I did, to be fair, totally forget until like 10 o'clock at night to wish you a happy birthday this year. I have too much going on in my brain. August also is when I have the most birthdays to remember. I always say I attract depressed Leos like catnip. I am also a depressed Leo. That's part of the joke. But my best friend was a Leo too, so. There is one day in August where I have 9 birthdays on the same day. So. Yes, they do, Grim. And those are the ones that all the memes are about. And they are also the ones that I don't tend to get along with. I mean, I don't know. The further humanity goes on down this path, it may be that everybody's going to be depressed forever. And we aren't going to know what being normal is like at all. But, you know, that's maybe a little too dark for a Friday morning. I am going to finish this rose and then get up to take a quick stretch break. Because really the thing that's worse for my back is staying in the same position for a really long time, so I should get up and stretch a little bit. And I will run a small amount of ads when I do that. Just as a warning. Oh, I hate that. I'm sorry, Stars. That's one of the most frustrating things in the world when something is too loud so you can't sleep and you don't have any control over it. One of our neighbors has like really loud bass that they play in their car. And the other night I had a really bad headache, and so I was going to bed early. And they decided that that was the exact right time to start blasting the bass in their oh, thank you, Slow Click, for doing that to me. Let's try that again. Start blasting their bass while they cleaned out the car. And it took them like an hour and 45 minutes to clean out the car. And it was awful. So very much have my sympathies for that one, Stars. Never pleasant. Yeah, the neighbors across the street are loud people, but like I said, my acceptable noise level volume is turned way down too, so I try to keep that in mind before I start cursing them and their children. You know how it is. Okay, I am going to take a quick stretch break, and if you guys need to do anything to take care of yourselves, you should do that too. Yeah, that's fair, Stars. It would definitely be worse if you had to drive after that. Yeah, stuff and things. Let's see. I remember how to stream. Here we go. BRB scene. Muting myself. I will be back in a little bit. Take care of yourselves if you need to, or I don't know, do a little dance if you feel like it. Whatever. It's up to you. I return. We're having some pretty intense frame drops today, which may be my laptop or maybe the internet here. Who knows? Okay. Continuing on roses. That's what I'm doing. And we're on this color. Actually, I think I have one of the more muted greens on a different palette. I might do that too, because we have plenty of space on here. So I do think that one of the colors I got, which is just titanium buff, it's kind of like an eggshell color, just because I got tired of mixing it. I can mix it, but I also don't particularly want to. So I got a tube. I don't know that that one will show up well on here, but I probably will try it anyway. I could do a color background for that one to make it stand out a little more, but I don't know. Undecided. I also have a warm gray in addition to the cool gray now. which again, I can mix myself, but also maybe I don't want to work that hard at it. I did also order Prussian blue because that's one I don't have in my kit, and I want it. There's just so many color options in the world. So many. I do get my Alaska money soon. I don't know how much the payout is this year. I think it's less because last year our idiot governor pushed really hard for a bigger one to try and get him reelected, and it worked. So, like, I won't turn down the money, but I do wish that he had not gotten reelected because I do not like him or his policies. But for people who don't know, it's a running gag in a lot of places where Alaska pays you to live here. If you're a resident for a full year, you get to apply for the PFD, which would be Permanent Fund Dividend, and you get a little bit of money. And sometimes it's more than a little bit, but usually it's around like $1,000 for the year, which is tied into stock shares and stuff with oil prices. But it's never bad to have a little extra money, especially in our current economy. So, usually there are a bunch of sales and stuff up here around PFD time too for like furniture or cars or whatever. I usually don't buy anything that big, but it does mean that I can get some extra art supplies that I might not be able to afford the rest of the year and stuff like that. I am going to buy some original art this time around for sure. Oh, I wanted to do, well, do I want to do that after? Yeah, I guess I want everything to be in the palette order because it looks nice. But I do have some of Cascade Green, I think is what I want to do. Probably. Not that green is a real rose color, but we can have fun with it because who cares? Do also need to work on the last dream journal, which I've got two ideas kind of tossed up in the air between which one I'll land on. I don't know. I think one of them, the way that I'm envisioning it, I'm not really ready to do skill-wise yet. The other one I think has less meaning behind it, which can be good, but it will also make for a good bookend for the project since it's the last one. I still have a lot of my dreams like written down for this project, but I could always revisit that on my own at another time instead of as part of the long-term project. It's not that big a deal. It's not like the chapter is closed. I'm just ready to move on to a different long-term project to focus on. It will also be nice for me to do some art where I don't feel as emotionally attached to it, because my last two long-term projects, the Year of Lyrics and the Dream Journal project, both were like very personal projects, which I think means that I advertise them differently, because like selling certain pieces I'm not gonna do because they're way too personal and it feels like, I don't know, selling a tiny piece of my soul. And sometimes I come around to that like I did with selling the Year of Lyrics, and sometimes it's just too much. Like with some of the dream journals, I have those not for sale at all. So I think doing something with a little bit more emotional distance will be good for me. It will mean that I get to feel like I'm really playing around instead of, I don't know, feeling my deep inner thoughts a lot of the time. Which, like, I already have a problem with oversharing, so. Although there are some of the dream journals where, like, I know what they mean, but I was very vague about that when I was releasing them and writing about them. So you can definitely tell in my descriptions for them, for some of them for sure, where it's like I don't actually talk about what the dream was about. I just talk about the process. It's like, that's because it's a really personal one and you guys don't need to see that much into my head. Thank you. I love this sweatshirt, but the sleeve ends are stretched out so they won't stay up unless I roll them. And it is frustrating. But it is sweatshirt season here. I know that it's not really sweatshirt season anywhere else, but it is here. Which is part of why Alaska pays me to live here, right? Although people keep... This was a while ago on Tumblr where somebody was trying to use the PFD as an example of UBI, which, no. Like, I could see why you might think that, but the amount of money you get is nowhere near an amount to live on, especially up here. I do think UBI should be a thing, but the PFD is not a good example of that. Or really an example of it at all. And honestly, the way politics up here go, it never will be. I like it up here, but the political landscape gets scary. For sure. Not that it's not scary most places in the US at this point, but... I really need to add more purple into this palette too. I've been painting more since I've been streaming, which is good. I'm just going through it faster than I normally would. Or I guess would have before is a more accurate representation of that statement. I've been playing more Cornucopia too. I can speak, which is fun. It's still in early access, so we're all like finding bugs and pitching in to give info on that for the developer, but he's like really on top of it. There's been like a patch a day basically since I joined the Discord for the game, which is impressive. He's on vacation right now though, and he like told us all that he was going someplace with, I think it was his fiance or his girlfriend, I'm not sure what exact term he used, but they're going to Hawaii for a little vacay. And he was like, I'll still be in the Discord, and basically everyone in the Discord was like, maybe enjoy your vacation. We can live with the game how it is right now, buddy. But he's been like really receptive to everybody's suggestions and stuff. It's pretty impressive. I haven't really done early access and helping out like that before, so I guess I don't know what the standard would be for that, but I've been impressed by the level of response. Although I guess my only other point of reference for that this year would be Cassette Beasts, who have not fixed the thing that I need fixed for me to play the game. So I do think that game discussions being moved to Discord is annoying from like forums and stuff where you could search without having to be like actually there. You know what I mean? I miss being able to lurk on the internet properly. Now they gotta track everywhere you are. I miss the old internet. I'm old. I actually don't know. I was on a Rabbit forum for a really long time. I don't know if they're still up and about. I left because there was kind of like a new guard that came in and I did not like the new people. But actually, now that I think about it, I had a couple like tutorials up there for how to make bigger rabbit cages out of those wire grid panels that they use for like personal storage and stuff that you can put together and make cubes out of. But now that Imager's down, those pictures are dead. And Photo Bucket is now only pay. So all of those photo links are now broken. Because I pulled all my photos out of there because I'm not paying them anymore. I did for a little bit just because I didn't want to deal with transferring stuff over, but I was doing that for other stuff too anyway around that time, so it didn't take too much extra effort to just ditch it. It's like the internet is really becoming a much smaller place than it once was. So I do keep getting emails from Neopets, speaking of the old internet, under new management. Because they keep trying to push NFTs now. And it's like, nah. Your website has already kind of lost any relevancy it had. Although I do still have a Neopets account, just to be clear. I like their games. And that was one of the, like, few things I did when I first moved up here, was play Neopets a bunch. That kept me with some sort of contact with people. When I first moved up here, I moved up right after everybody graduated high school. I graduated late, technically, but my diploma doesn't say that. They lied. So I kind of like lost contact with everybody I'd ever known all at once. which would have happened after high school anyway to a degree, but it wasn't like, oh, people are coming home to visit their parents during the holidays, so I get to see my old friends or anything. It was just like nothing all of a sudden. So, Neopets and various other internet forums were really the only contact I had to make friends for. Let's see, when did I get that job? It would have been about 6 months, I guess, before I got a job up here, which was a shitty job. But I met someone really cool and dated them for 3 years, so there's that. I was pretty baby when I moved up, though. We moved up in the summer of 2006. And I really didn't get started on college for a while because my high school GPA was really bad. So I had to take a couple distance courses to actually get enough credits to graduate. Not that you can tell that by my diploma, because my school was more worried about their image than actually being honest, but you know. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and I ended up getting into college and going for what I had wanted to be when I was a kid. So I started out as an elementary education major, and then moved over to anthropology. I considered going to art school for a while, which is one of those decisions I sit up at night thinking about. But I don't remember how I got on that train of thought, but there you go. Life story from Katie. Do I want to do brown roses? I don't think so. Maybe ochre, but not umber. Black rose is a definite yes, but I don't know. Well, I guess I could do it, and then if I don't like it, I don't need to put it on the sheet. 2. I never wrote down to make that other command after I said I was going to do that. Well, I thought about it again on my own, so maybe I'll remember. Maybe. Sentences 3 hours before disaster. Ooh, I didn't check Instagram for what the food paint challenge was for this week. I do have another digital project that I would like to do on Tuesday. See if I actually get to it though, depending on if the roof people are here or not to work on the roof. Let's see. Oh, I have so many messages. Oh, that's super important. What was I doing? I was checking the food paint challenge. That's what I was doing. If you don't follow me on socials, I did a like a embroidered patch kind of design for a tummy trouble survivor. And that joins an old one that I did, which is the No Knee Juice Club. And I want to do Bad Back Brigade. That's the next one. And there are a few others. I thought of one last night. What was it? Million Migraine something or other was one. This one? What was it? Figs this week. It's figs. Cool. And blueberries. Those look kind of boring. Not gonna lie. That's fine. Just curiosity. Do I want to do a brown rose is the next question. I think that will be rife for a few jokes. Let's just do it. It's not gonna hurt anything. The color's there. It's already on the palette. It's fine. I do think burnt umber is a pretty color. Then we get to do grays and blacks, and then we get to play around with whatever we want. Because that would be the end of the colors on the regular palette. I do have a couple of metallics, bright metallics mixed up that I could do. Since I'm going to scan them, I don't know if that's really worth the use of the metallics. I do have more colors mixed up in various places that I can use too. We are not lacking for colors. It's just a matter of what I want to do. And I had tea this morning instead of my usual diet soda, and I can tell that I had more caffeine than normal. What the heck is that? There's something in my watercolor palette. There we go. Probably should get a cover for this at some point. Although that won't be as much of an issue once I have like a set space where I can keep it, but leaving it out on like a table where we also do other things means that things sometimes end up in the color pails, and that's always fun. Although it's not as bad as when we had a long hair cat, because I would find cat hairs just completely embedded in my watercolors, which is not cute. Although we have been talking about getting cats again. We'll see. I would like to have little creatures in my home. This has been the longest that I've ever been without a pet, honestly. We were a very pet-heavy household when I was growing up. And our last cat, the long hair I was talking about, was Jack, and we had him for like 20 years. So I have lived longer with that cat than I have lived without him, which is wild. So we got him when I was like, I want to say 10 or 11. I could get up and get the painting that Trish did of him, because it's on the mantelpiece. There. He was a very photogenic cat because he was one of the black and white long hairs, which always just looks dramatic and pretty. Although he did look a bit scrungly as he got older, because he was not a young kitty by the time he left this world.
We don't know what the word no means. Give it to me. Give me all the things I want.
Okay, on to grays. Let's grab the warm gray if I can find it. I have purchased a new container because my watercolor collection has outgrown my current organization system. I say organization as if it's actually organized. Did it end up someplace else? It was one of the bigger containers, so oh no, it's literally right in front of my face. That's fine. Let's do a little bit of these on here. Oh, thank you, buddy. So fun things happen when you have to ship watercolor up from other places, and sometimes they get a little bit squished and then they explode. So that's really fun, and it is now all over my hands, and I love that for me. That was way more than I was intending to put on that palette, but that's fine. We can do it this way. I have another paper towel underneath this. Wait. Try not to get buff titanium on literally every surface in my vicinity.
We want violence, we want blood, we want superhero love.
Wait. Thank you so much, buddy. That was so extraordinarily helpful of you.
We want laughter, we want pain. Everyone will know our name. And you know that no two missteps are the same.
You gonna behave now? Thank you. We'll see if the other one explodes too. It may do. No. I did pull some of this one out already, I think. Let's do like that. We don't need a lot. Okay. Oi. Oi. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I think we're good now. I love how the first paintbrush I got out, I just haven't used it all. Let's put you back in the book, buddy. Okay. Let's do this color now. I had a palette with this color mixed in it for like the longest time because it is one of the colors that I used for the Pride roses that I did specifically for the queer chevron. Oh, I think that's going to show up just fine. That's good. And now I don't ever have to think about mixing it again because it only came in the bigger tubes, which I still have a bunch of the small tubes that I'm still going through from ages ago. Although now that I'm painting more, maybe I'll start going through them at a reasonable rate. We'll see. Really, probably what I should use most of my PFD for is getting a desktop computer set up. So that's going to be one of the higher cost things I have to do in the near future. I got an offer for some help if I write up, like, do a business plan write up and figure out, like, do all the research and stuff like that, but I don't know. I also was already planning to do this all myself, so my brain kind of is already on that track. Although I guess I need to do the research either way. It won't hurt me to do a little write-up about it. Part of the reason, like the P.O. box was part of that, but I got some money and was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. So I could get some help if I wanted it, which is nice. But I also don't mind doing things by myself. Let's do the warm gray next. I only did like a little test with this gray. So this is a warm gray that's mixed by a painter, and then they label it for this company and stick it in. It's Joseph Z's, and I don't know, Joseph is probably some famous artist. And if I wanted to look him up, I probably could and be impressed, but we're just going to test out his gray and judge him entirely on this one tube of paint today. It is a nice, looks like a red-based gray. And then I have Payne's gray over here, which is a bluer gray. But this one did the like brief swatch that I did just to see was very split once it dried, so it'll be interesting to see how that works. That is a problem with the brand that I use, Daniel Smith. There's a lot of granulation, and the colors tend to split, which I find interesting and fun when I'm using them, but it's definitely an acquired taste, I guess. That's the way to put it. Not for everyone. That's too much paint on there. There we go. It's a little better. Doesn't look too bad. It might have just been a bit split from traveling too. Just I didn't have this color locally that I could find. Oh man, I still haven't played the Sticky Business update. They added some more colors and stuff. Some new design elements. But I kind of like blasted through the main story of that game real fast. Playing other stuff. I guess I also have actually been playing Sticky Business IRL, where I make sticker designs and have to get ready to sell them. Which again, new sticker designs probably on Monday. I will make announcements on the social medias, so keep an eye out. And I will be doing giveaways. One of my plans is to add a community goal with the channel points to trigger a sticker giveaway. So once we hit a certain goal, we'll give away stickers to people in chat. I need to figure out how many channel points I want to do for that and stuff, but we'll get that rolling soon too. P.O. Box opens many options for us. And I'll also do the coloring sheet giveaway like I mentioned earlier. Just need to get that set up too. So much work to do, so little time, so little brain power. Okay, let's work on some Payne's Gray now. I think most of the thing that I'm going to need financial help with is switching over to in-store prints instead of using imprint. They're being kind of weird lately in general. They've been having problems with payouts too, which is concerning. But also, if I do them, get them printed myself, it's going to bring down the cost point a fair amount, which means that I can charge a lot less since imprint isn't, taking their cut. It will mean that I have less things available probably than I do on my imprint right now, but that's probably a better choice. Make a little bit more of a cohesive portfolio. Although picking which things I want is going to be difficult. There are some things that I really like that I don't think have a lot of draw for other people, which is part of the issue with selling art. It's like you never really know what's going to hit and what isn't. But maybe I do polls or something. I had talked about doing like one of those voting style tournaments that have been going around on Tumblr for my year of lyric art, and then I never did because it's a lot of work. But maybe that's a way to figure out what's most popular. Is pitting all my art against each other, like the Hunger Games. Seeing who comes out on top. Although that is a limited voting field too, which is another issue. I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, especially with how few sales I've been having, but I am an overthinker. I'm really good at it, so. Chat, you want to stop disconnecting and reconnecting? That makes me nervioso. maybe underestimated the amount of time this was going to take me. I am going a bit slow today, generally speaking. So maybe I was a little bit ambitious thinking I was going to get to the color and focus stuff today. But I can work on that later on my own. I was just going to add it to stream stuff because I needed stuff to fill the time. But if I don't need that, that's fine too. It is something I need to get done. I don't know, there's too many things I need to get done and not enough time. I'm also realizing, I realized this last night, that because I've been trying to be more active on social medias that don't give you filter options, October is going to be a little bit rough for me. Two of my major triggers that I still have are popular Halloween movies. And since I can't filter out that content on other social media sites, I usually just avoid those social medias in October. I can't really do that now, though, to the point that I would feel completely safe. It's usually not too bad, like I've gotten a bit better about it over time, but it still occasionally pops up. So I'm gonna need to be ready for that in October, which is stressful, but just the way of things. I wish that there was a better way to filter that stuff on, like, especially Instagram. But alas. So I may end up posting and not spending as much time scrolling, which is also not going to do me any favors with the algorithm. Especially since I'm not using Tumblr as much. I've been scrolling the Instagrams, which has been doing wonders for my inspiration, honestly, because I follow almost entirely artists on Instagram now. So in that case, it's been really great. But I definitely have already seen some of the content being made with the movies that trigger me, so fun times dealing with my broken brain. I'll live, it's not like completely disastrous, it's just gonna make the month more stressful. Which, as we all know, I could use way more stress this year. I've been having it really easy, and I definitely need my life to be more difficult, so thank you, universe. Okay, now we get to play with other colors, because that's everything in that palette. Have some of this blue gouache that's still mixed up. And I have a little bit, I probably would want to add more, of greens that I used on the last dream journal that I showed you guys at the beginning. So they should be hopefully near the top. Yeah. This is this guy, I think. Yeah. Do a little bit of that. then where's that? There's this, which I have other colors mixed in, so I can use those too. I probably want to try doing an orange rose with pink tips, because that's my favorite flower. So I think trying to figure out how to do that will be nice. I don't think it's going to be particularly difficult, really, but I haven't done it before, which I find surprising. But outside the house that I grew up in, because we lived in the same house for like 17 years before we moved, there was a rose bush that my great aunt had given us. And I don't know what the actual like rose name was, because they all the different colors have specific names and stuff. But it was like a yellow orangey with orange pink tips on the roses. And the next people who moved into the house ripped it out, and my mom didn't let me bring it with us to the next house. I threw a hissy fit about that, but still my favorite, because I always liked sitting in because it was in a bed like right outside the front door, and there was a window right there with a chair in it, like right next to it. And that was always like my place to sit, was in that chair staring at the rose bush. So, one of my comfy places. That's too much water. Here we go. That's something else I should do later. There's a piece of scratch paper. I know I had one. Here we go. Had some new band terms, apparently. Because we've made it, guys. We're getting actual bots now. Which you can't see because it's giving me a warning, but add some new band terms to keep them from overwhelming the chat for me. Let's see, what color do I want to do next? Do I want to try to do the mixed color, or do I want to do some of this blue? I guess I'm going to do some blue. I also have other greens in here, which I don't know why I'm feeling like I should do green, but I am kind of feeling it. Let's do this greeny blue that I have mixed. There's also kind of like a darker reddish brown that's pretty nice. There's also kind of like the magenta-y purple. There, let's do those, and then we can branch out. like a nice tealy color.
To call me more fashionable names. I chip my teeth on our wedding day. Bang, bang, bang goes the front door. Bang, bang, bang goes my heart to the floor. You'd be a liar if you settle for more. All these are the plights of the ever unsure.
My brain is just going through Memory City right now. Interesting. Thinking about a summer camp I used to go to that I went to growing up. So we spent a lot of time there, and I don't know why this color made me think of it today, but it sure did. I guess one of the sweatshirts that they sold was this color. My mom had one of those for a really long time. I haven't been there since I moved to Alaska. It's been a while. I'd like to go back and visit though. It is a Christian camp, and I'm not really religious anymore, but that place was such a important part of growing up for me. I still dream about it like all the time. It's one of the standard dream locations because of how much time I spent there growing up. So we went there at least twice a year, every year, growing up. And sometimes more than that. They did do artist retreats there. I wonder if they still do, because those ones weren't super religious or anything, some of them. Maybe if I ever make it someday, I can have an artist retreat there that I run. Introduce a bunch of people to one of my favorite places. So they have like a super big area, and it's like right on the beach too. It's a really good place for artist retreats. They have a lake and the beach, so lots of good nature places to paint. Maybe I should go through my old photos and see if I can find any photos for that, actually. Use those as references. That's one of the things I'm really excited about with the color and focus project that I'm planning. Is that because of the color focus, I can kind of play around with what kind of art I'm making a lot easier. So I can, instead of just being stuck to whatever I've been dreaming about or whatever, I can pick any reference photo I want. And I did a lot of photography when I was younger. I haven't in a while. I still have my camera and stuff. I just don't really go places, but that does mean that I have a bunch of reference photos that are at hand that I can use for this. So exciting times, branching out. I also want to start doing some more like Alaska themed art, because like I live here. I should probably be making art about it. People travel from all over the world to make art about Alaska, and I'm just here. But I really haven't made much Alaska art. I've taken Alaska photos, but definitely should be playing that aspect up, I think. Especially since I've taken such cool Alaska photos that I can use as my own reference. I have some really cool otter ones, some orca ones I took. I don't think I made a command to go to my Flickr. I should probably do that. Just for people who want to see some Alaska photos. Though I haven't traveled in a fair amount of time. When we first moved up here, and especially when my parents were both up here, we traveled a lot more around the state. So I've been to Denali twice. Stuff like that. Did glacier cruises. Glacier is just such a pretty blue color. But that would be good for one of the color and focuses if I pull a bright blue, I think. That'll be cool. I also have an old Puffin comic that I drew. Maybe I want to redo, because I used my own photos for reference for that. That was in, I don't know where the original for that is actually. I should try to find it. That was in like 2012, 2013, maybe? Maybe I want to redo that. Do a comparison. I don't know that it would be like better at this point. It would be different. I don't know. I'm sure I've gotten more talented in certain areas that I don't think of, which is part of why you do redo old art, is to compare. But I'm still pretty happy with the original one, so I do need to redo the sticker design that sold the most when I still had a Redbubble. I could just do the original file, but I would like to redo it because that one, it's digital art, so I can definitely see where I've improved there. So I definitely would have done things differently if I was redoing it. So, and considering how popular that sticker was over on Redbubble, maybe it would still do well. I don't know. Part of it is just that searches go a lot better on bigger sites like that, so like people are more likely to find your stuff. But it definitely was no longer worth it for me to keep my Redbubble with the new pricing system they were doing, because like I was making basically no money. I think I made $8 from them the last full year cycle. So it's definitely not going to be great. Which I think was part of their purpose, was to scare smaller sellers off their site and focus on the big fish, you know? Which sucks, because like print-on-demand services already take like a lot of the artist money, and the fact that they were making worse prices for smaller creators was certainly a choice, and one that I will not condone or support. Hydrate, doing it. Stretching, doing it. Oy. My poor back. Say something nice about myself. You're not a monster. You should say something nice about yourself, too. Let's see. I like how thoughtful I am, generally speaking. I do a really good job of anticipating needs and filling them before it's an issue, which I've been doing particularly well in this past week. So there you go. And I'm still waiting on an email back from the art modeling job. They asked me what scheduling would work for me, and I responded and haven't gotten a response yet, which is worrying me a little bit. It does take time to figure out scheduling, though, so. Didn't open up my reward queue, did I? That's what I forgot to do. I forget to do that on a regular basis until a redeem is made. Oh, I also might start adding the origami star folding as a channel point redeem soon. My dad got me flowers for my birthday, and the vase, I think, will be a nice star container. I mean, you may never say nice things about yourself, but they still exist, you dingus. You're actually a very nice person. You just throw a hissy fit about it. Okay. So we have 4 more. I want to do yellow and orange and pink for sure. No, you're not. You're not. Like, objectively, you are not the worst. So I'm gonna do the bright yellow. Probably. Up. Okay. How does that look? Do I like that? Mix those two together just to tone down that yellow bit. Yes, I do like that. So let's do that. I can tell that we're having a pressure change because my ears are popping. Love that. Our pressure has been changing like crazy lately. Been getting like crazy windstorms coming in and stuff. It's just absolutely wild. Yeah, I don't know that I like how this looks. It's not bad, I just don't know that I'm a fan. Oh, it's so bleached out you probably can't really see it, can you? No. It's gotten a little brighter. Let's change that, but that. Better. It's the problem with doing this stuff in the morning. The light changes pretty drastically. Although we are losing light at a very rapid pace. So that would help if I could actually see the chat. That's not enough pigment. This is going to be intense. That's what we need. That's better. Alright. Here we go. That's more like it. This just works better on the bigger petals, which is why I wasn't liking it in the middle. May add a little bit more harsh pink line on the edges. Once the various petals are dried, and I think I will like that better.
I need someone to hold on to. Bring me there, a reason deep in distress. I need someone to hold on to. Bring me there, a reason deep in distress. I need someone to hold. Taking love. I've always found security in someone else, but now I know I've got to find it for myself.
Yeah, I think I overestimated how much I was going to get done today with the combination of my back and just generally being out of it. That's okay. Yeah, I like that better. Alright. What colors do I want to do? The answer is, I don't know. Maybe I want to do more combo colors. Let's try this again, but using a orangey or yellow. Do some red on the edges and see how I like that. I want to do magenta on the edges. That'll be intense. We'll see. Let's see. Yeah, maybe a little bit much, but that's okay. Playing around. think after I finish this sheet of roses, I'm going to find somebody to raid. Because my back is displeased with me. And I shouldn't push it. Especially not if I want to stream on Tuesday, which I do. So. Because my weekends are usually my most busy. So. I'll be needing to get a lot of stuff done that involves me sitting up. Although I guess I do have a lap desk I can use to do stuff while I'm not entirely upright, but I still should not anger my back any more than I need to. It's way too much. Guess I don't really know if I'm going to stream Tuesday either. It depends on when people start pounding on the roof as well. But I can at least do the things that are in my control to make that more likely to happen. More rose. What color do I want to do? One of the blue gouaches. Let's do one of these paler ones. Okay. My back hurts. Sat in one position a little bit too long there, but that's okay. I will go do stretches. It'll all be fine. So, oh, I should put those pods back in here before I close this. Okay. Try and put some things away vaguely. Where did that one thing go? Don't know. Oh, it's underneath everything else. I am a messy person. This is a known fact. Okay, there's that. There's that. That needs to get filed away. Okay. Thing and stuff. And stuff and things. Let me see what kind of peeps are doing the streamies right now. I can go raid somebody really fast. Though I'm probably going to raid and dash because I have other things to do, like eating lunch and taking more painkillers. As you do. Let's see. I don't remember when I followed that person. I've been on Twitch for like ages and ages, and I don't always remember where I found somebody. Because for a while I was really gung-ho about following people. Let's see. I have a few art streamers we could raid, or I have somebody who is playing Baldur's Gate. What are we feeling? What do you guys think? Any opinions? You file this away before I destroy it. That was part of the reason for clearing that off, and then I just didn't do it. That's fine. I think unless anybody is strongly opposed, I'm going to raid the person who's doing Baldur's Gate because they have a bigger amount of viewers, and so I will feel less guilty about immediately wandering off. As much as I would love to raid more small streamers and help them out, and I also feel the need to stay there and talk, which is not what I need to do right now. So let's see. They're up to. Make sure they aren't ending or anything. I wonder how long I have been following this person. I recognize their name, but I don't remember following them. Which either means I did it recently or I did it ages and ages ago. Would you dry so that I could peel you, please? I would like to peel you, but we're still streaming. I'm just gonna do it. Let's go. Tape peel. This paper, that edge was not cut very well, which is my bad. Oh, I see. I think I've realized why I didn't recognize them right off the bat. Which is fine. They are queer friendly, which is always a bonus. And it looks like they have drops enabled for Baldur's Gate, if that's something that appeals to anybody. I'm realizing that I don't have my own chat up right now, so I don't know if you're saying anything to me, but I'm betting not. Yeah, we're good. Okay, don't put your hand in the wet paint while you're trying to peel this up. Okay. These are set. I just need to scan them and clean them up before I send them off to be stickers, which will be great. Okay. So, I am going to turn off raids just in case anybody's this button. Yeah. Just in case anybody's trying to raid me while I'm ending. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for being here. Sorry this is, I guess it's not that much shorter. I would like to go farther, especially since I didn't stream on Tuesday, but I need to not push my back any worse than I already am. So, let me get this person's name and we can go hang out there. Oh, come on, laptop. You can do it. I believe in you. Let me throw on the ending screen really fast. Thank you everybody for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for being patient with me while I am being patient with my own limitations. I very much appreciate that. Everybody has been very nice to me and I am grateful for that. I plan to be live next on Tuesday at the usual time. And if the roofers are working then I probably won't go live then, but I can do a makeup stream some other day if I'm feeling up to it. Keep an eye out on socials for that. I will let you know as soon as I know for sure. So yeah, stuff and things. So we're gonna go raid Lumiru, who I'm pretty sure I've been following on here for ages, but queer friendly, so that's all good. And I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves. If you can't do that for yourself, do it for me, please, because I think that you deserve nice things. And that includes niceness from yourself to yourself. And I will see y'all around next time. Bye!